while, when it is matter of Omnira account, you will come out, Professor Akintoye will come out, his voice will be loud and clear, and be canvassing for people not to put money into Omnira account, and they should be putting money into his own account. Is that not 419? Professor Akintoye that refused to answer questions, but wants to collect money from Yoruba people. So, Professor Akintoye, with due respect to you, you are just a liar and a manipulator. With due respect to you, Professor Akintoye, you are a liar and a manipulator. Whoever does not like that language should jump into the ocean. Professor Akintoye, with all due respect to you, you are a liar and a manipulator. I say it again. Forget about your age, Professor Akintoye. If you know you are too old, then don't come out and become Yoruba leader. Nobody begged you before you said you are a leader of Yoruba and you want to actualize Yoruba nation. Nobody begged you. So you nominated yourself. So if you cannot withstand the heat, don't go near the kitchen. Let me say it again. If you cannot withstand the heat, don't go near the kitchen. So if you don't want anybody to ask you questions, Professor Akintoye, with due respect, if you don't want anybody to contribute to how we can actualize Yoruba land, if you don't want anybody to bring a different opinion that is different from your opinion, then you have failed as a leader. You have failed woefully. And to you, the foolish supporters of Professor Akintoye, by now, I expected you to have a shrine at the corner of your house, put Professor Akintoye picture, and be worshipping him. Who is Professor Akintoye that we cannot query? If I can query the President of America, if I can make suggestions to the President of America, and President of America, with due respect, responded and took to my suggestion, who is Professor Akintoye that we cannot query? Who is Professor Akintoye? Who is he? If you know you are too old, leave the place. Nobody's begging you. If you know you are too old, Professor Akintoye, leave the place. Leave that position and let people who are responsible take over. Not that you now be telling all lies every day. Telling all lies. You are not even consistent, Professor Akintoye. You are not a consistent human being. In the morning, you say one thing. In the afternoon, on the same subject matter, you say another thing differently. In the evening, on the same subject matter, you say another thing entirely. So what do we call that one? Lies. What do you call that one? That's lies. And I say you're a liar. That's not being rude. You're a liar. Being a liar is not being rude. So I don't think people who call me being rude know the meaning of being rude. I don't think, maybe there's a new lexicon called rude, or there's a new definition we call rude. Because I said Professor Akintoye is a liar. It's a statement of fact. He's a liar. And whoever wants to jump into the ocean, should jump into the ocean because of that. I said it and I will say it again that Professor Akintoye is a liar. And he's a manipulator. Who are you, Professor Akintoye, that we cannot question you? You are our servant. If you don't know, we do respect to you. You are our servant. We contribute money for you. The money that we contribute for you, we sweated for the money. Do you think we just pick up the money in America or in UK? And then we donated money to you. Now for you to fulfill your own part of the contract, because it's a contractual relationship that we have with you. What we have with you is called social contract. We have a social contract with you. We are only to donate money for you. Your own is to actualize Yoruba nation for us. You fail woefully. You cannot even actualize Yoruba nation for us. You are now insulting us. So, ebi o ṣe mama oni tiri o, te ma bú, te ma lọ pọ̀ àwọn bloggers jita, te ma bú. Very stupid guy. Tó ń pè Olalekan. Ó ní wọ́n máa deport òun láti America. Ìyá àti bàbá náà máa deport. Ó tẹ̀ ní lárí náà Olalekan. Tí o bá ṣe pé Yoruba nation. Ṣé ìwọ ó wà yọ Olalekan. Ṣé bí pàtó ṣe Yoruba nation tó ṣe ra ká. Àwọn kọ́ la don't know tó fi ra ká ni. Nígbà tí ìwọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yoruba nation Olalekan, ó ní ordinary phone tó ń lò, ó ní ordinary phone. Àwọn la ṣe dáwó fún ẹ tó fi ra phone. Ni ọmọ àlè wa bọ́sítà tó wọ́n máa deport yálà ìyá ẹ̀ láti America. Who are you, Olalekan? Very stupid a guy. Change to the person and I will make sure that nobody donated money to you again. I take it to the back. I make sure nobody donated money to Professor Akintoye again. I said it. I will make sure that nobody donated money to Professor Akintoye again. You cannot sit down at the corner of your house in Cotonou and you will not do anything and you want us to be giving you money. On what basis now? Simple question. They ask you simple question. You felt so arrogant. You did not answer the question. You ran away. Who are you, Professor Akintoye, that we cannot question you? when you are, let me remind you, prosecutor, you, because people, I don't even think people know you. I've known you since 1975. So, Elima Parafon me, my dada. So, Elima Parafon me, because Jowa, so Elima Parafon me. Prosecutor, let me ask you this question. When you are the organizing secretary of Unity Party of Nigeria, when during Baba Awolowo, may God bless the soul of Baba Awolowo, when you are the organizing secretary of UPN, when Baba Awolowo, when Baba Awolowo made you the organizing secretary of UPN, so Baba Awolowo will not ask you questions. So Baba Awolowo will give you an assignment to do, and then Baba Awolowo, may God bless his soul, will not ask you questions, prosecutor. Or when they make you senators in under UPN, you became a senator under UPN, the same UPN. So, Professor Akintoye, so when you go for annual general meeting of UPN, they don't ask you questions there. You are the think tank. You are the head of the think tank of UPN. So when you are the head of think tank of UPN, they don't ask you questions. So why are you prosecuted that we cannot ask you a question? And then once some stupid idiots who call themselves bloggers are supporting him and saying, whenever you ask prosecutor a question, they say you are being rude to him. Do you know the meaning of being rude? That I say prosecutor is a liar is a statement of fact, is a liar. And if you don't like it, sue me for libel. The man is a liar. And I will continue to say that he's a liar. So if you don't like what I'm saying, you can jump into the ocean. That's not my problem. I'm not here to please anybody. I'm not here to tell lies on behalf of anybody. So because of me and prosecutor from Ekiti State, I should not tell him the bitter truth. I haven't called him severally on phone. He refused to pick my call. So and I come to the next place I can discuss about him is Facebook, and I'm discussing about him, and there's nothing I can do about it. And if the prosecutor thinks I'm saying anything defamatory against him, he has two options. Let me tell you, prosecutor, though you have not solicited for it, let me give you legal advice. You can sue me to court for libel. You can sue me to court for defamation of character. Or let us go on a debate. Me and you, prosecutor, let's go to debate. And let them pick a neutral person to be the moderator. You start telling people lies. Start telling Yoruba people lies. You are telling people, over 60 million people lies. And then you don't want anybody to talk, to discuss about you. Who are you, prosecutor? If you cannot stand the heat, don't go near the kitchen. If you cannot stand the heat, don't go near the kitchen. Leadership is not a jelly bean matter. If you want to be a leader, you must be able to accommodate other people's opinion. You must be able to accommodate other people's view. And if you are not a mischievous woman, be prosecutor, when I wrote letter to President Biden, I share it with you with due respect. I share my letter with you, prosecutor. The letter that I wrote to President Biden, I share it with you. So you claim to have written letter to 100 countries. You claim, oh, I don't believe you. You claim you have written letter on behalf of Yoruba people to 100 countries. Let us see a copy of that letter that you have written. You claim, you said you have written letter to 100 people, 100 governments all over the world. You said that means impliedly you have written letter to 100 presidents all over the world. Let us see a copy of the letter that you have written to those presidents. Or are we not entitled to see it? Or are you running a secret organization? If you have written a letter to 100 presidents on behalf of Yoruba people, we have the right to see a copy of the letter you have written on our behalf. We want to know on whose letter, other people, those letters were written. You claim to have written a letter to President Buhari, and it came to have to be a false. The letter you said you wrote, to President Buhari, we saw a copy of it inside Sahara Reporters. How does you wrote the letter to President Buhari? So who leaked the letter to Sahara Reporters? You claim to have written a letter to President Buhari, and then you use another letterhead paper to write that letter. So, and then the letter finds its way into Sahara Reporter, and Sahara Reporter publishes. So who leaked the letter to Sahara Reporters? At your age, at the age of 87, you are still telling lies. Playing on people's intelligence, manipulating lies, playing games. You are just simply playing games. You are playing games with Yoruba people, and at the appropriate time, Yoruba people will turn against you. I can assure you, Professor Akintoye, you can fool people for some time, you can't fool them all the time. At the appropriate time, Yoruba people will turn against you. Take it to the bank. Who are you that we cannot criticize you? Hello, would you mean that though? I'm not from Lagos State. So Tinubu ko bobo leru. I'm from Ekiti State. I'm not from Lagos State. I'm from Ekiti State. I'm not from Lagos State. Èmi ò ṣe ọdẹ o. Èmi ò ṣe ọdẹ o. Ibi tá wa bá ṣe lawyer délé ni kò ṣẹgbẹ́ mi tó lè sọ pé bo ma gbà kọjá. I'm not making mouth. Me all over the world. Kò tí ṣẹgbẹ́ lẹ́gbẹ́ mi lawyer tó ma sọ pé bo ma gbà kọjá. So èmi ò ṣe ọdẹ o. Professor Akintoye, people can be worshiping you. I will never worship you. You are not my biological father. They never send me to school. You are not nobody's father in Yoruba land. Tell us the letter you wrote to you said and you claim to have written 100 letters to 100 different countries. Let us see a copy of that letter. If I can share the letter that I wrote to Biden to you, if I can send the letter that I wrote to Biden and I send it to you through WhatsApp, if I can share the letter that Biden wrote to me in response and I share it with you on WhatsApp, please, I'm not asking for too much. If you share the letter that you wrote to those presidents, share it with me. Share the letter that you wrote to President Buhari, share it with me. Or is it a secret letter? Or Yoruba Nation is not a secret organization that we must not know the content of the letter that you wrote on our behalf. At the age of 87, is it not shameful that you are still telling lies? Are you a liar? You are a liar. There is no adjective for it that you are a liar. And then you are using divide and rule. You are using divide and rule method. You first of all started, you say you are Alano Filano. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. You went and formed another group called YSDMN. I don't know. You went and formed another group. What kind of game are you playing, Professor Akintoye? Oh, you are supposed to be a neutral man. But instead of you to be a neutral man, you keep on playing games. You're not even neutral. And once anybody have a contrary opinion, different from you, some stupid bloggers will come out. You will never query them. You will never say, why did you come out? There's some stupid bloggers, they will say they are fighting on your behalf. Are you a man that cannot talk again, that some stupid blogger will sit down somewhere and say they are fighting your battle on your behalf? So enough of all this parabolating, telling people lies, telling people lies, playing on people's intelligence. You are not for Yoruba Nation, Professor Akintoye. I know you are working for Tinubu. Instead of you to come out clean. If instead of Professor Akintoye to come out clean and said I'm working for Tinubu is my candidate, it started telling lies. I'm going to declare Yoruba Nation next week. I'm going to declare Yoruba next week. Igbo will declare Yoruba Nation next week. Koiki will declare Yoruba Nation. And you stay at the front of your house and then do your mega rally. Really? You come out and say you are working for Tinubu. We know you are working for Tinubu, and you have every right to work for Tinubu by virtue of Section 39, Subsection 1, by virtue of Section 40 of 1999 Constitution as amended. You have every right to work for Tinubu. Nobody can question you. You have every right to work for Tinubu by virtue of Section 40, 1999 Constitution, by virtue of Section 39, Subsection 1. You have every right to work for Tinubu, and nobody can query you if you want to work for Tinubu. But don't tell lies. Don't be working for Tinubu and be claiming you are working for Yoruba Nation. So all those silly games must stop. All those silly games, those who call themselves agitators, those illiterates that call themselves, and I said they are illiterates. So if you are not educated, what do I call you? They said I'm being rude. Though. If I've never been to school, what do I call you? If I've never been to school, what do I call you? Are you not an illiterate? You have never been to 4 walls of a school. Are you not an illiterate? And if you have been to school and you did not finish your school, we will call you half educated. So let me explain it to you now. If you have been to school, maybe you stop at primary 6. Maybe you come out from primary, maybe you come out of primary 6, or you stop your education in secondary school. You are half educated. You are half educated. Even though you are educated, but you're not educated fully. Then if you have not been to school at all, you are an illiterate. So if I call somebody an illiterate, somebody I know that has never been to a 4 wall of a school, and I call him an illiterate, is he not an illiterate? So what do you want me to call him? Somebody has never been to school. You want me to call somebody who has never been to school an educated person? Brother Akintoye surrounded himself with illiterates, surrounded himself with half-educated people, so that they cannot give him good advice. He knows that those one cannot ask him questions. He knows that those one can. He surrounded himself with people like Koiki, people like what do they call his name, Ologunloluwa, and then support himself with all these half-educated people. How many lawyers are working with you, Brother Akintoye? Let me ask you that question. How many lawyers are in your kitchen cabinet? Brother Akintoye, let me ask you a question. How many lawyers are in your kitchen cabinet? How many doctors are in your kitchen cabinet? How many accountants, Yoruba accountants, Yoruba accountants are in your kitchen cabinet? How many engineers are in your kitchen cabinet? How many nurses are in your kitchen cabinet? Instead, the people that constitute your kitchen cabinet are Ologunloluwa. We do respect Igbo is among them. Professor Adeniran, who studied French. Who are the people in your inner cabinet? Who are the people in your kitchen cabinet? Tell me now. And they said, Professor Akintoye is surrounded by illiterate. Yes, he's surrounded by half-educated people. It's a statement of fact. Professor Akintoye is surrounded himself with half-educated people. The only person that I know that is educated there is Professor Adeniran, who has a degree in French. Who is among the close associates of Professor Akintoye who has a degree? Apart from Professor Adeniran, tell me now. Olaniyan, Baba will never debunk it. Instead, he will send blogger out to come and abuse me. He will send blogger out to come and abuse me. So, and then Professor Akintoye, let me tell you, hear it clearly. As long as you are sending bloggers to abuse me, I will be abusing you directly. In law of agency, when you know the principal, you don't go after the agents. The bloggers are your agent, Professor Akintoye. So if you send your bloggers to abuse me, I will abuse you back. Because the bloggers are your agents with your divide and rule tactics. So the bloggers are your agents. You are the principal. So since I know that you are the principal, if your blogger abuse me, I will come out and abuse you back, Professor Akintoye. It's as simple as ABC. I will come out and abuse you back. So go and prepare all your bloggers, or Professor Akintoye, go and prepare your useless bloggers to come and be abusing me. And I continue to abuse you. It's as simple as ABC. You cannot hold us to ransom, Professor Akintoye. You cannot hold the Yoruba nation to ransom. Who are you that we are going to hold us to ransom? We cannot move at your own pace. We cannot do things the way you want to do it. You cannot hold us to ransom. We are talking about over 70 million people. You cannot hold over 70 million people to ransom. You cannot. You cannot hold over 70 million people to ransom. So, the earlier the better. If you know that you cannot lead Yoruba people, then resign. It's not by force. Resign and leave the place. Look at one idiot. Did I tell you not to leave this program? Leave this program. Who wants you here? Because you are not intelligent enough to comprehend what I'm saying. You are not intelligent enough to comprehend what I'm saying. So leave here. This place, my platform is for intellectuals. It's not for riffraff like you. My program is not for people like you. You cannot go to Omoluka, go and watch Omoluka. Okay? Donald, go and watch Ishokon Yoruba. Go and watch Ishokon TV. Go and watch Omoluka. So this place is not meant for you. So go and watch people that are here. We are serious-minded human beings. We are not people who are gullible like you. Go and watch Omoluka. So Omoluka will tell you, that's why Omoluka will be singing praises of Professor Banja Akintoye. So go and watch Omoluka. That's where Professor Akintoye can never do no wrong. So go and, I don't want you here. Leave.